Hi everyone, this is Tangoro. Welcome to my lesson, and today I'll be giving solution to the practicals on Microsoft Word as digital technology Waec exam. So in this question number one, we are asked to use this given passage to answer question one, and the passage is Earth processes and changes. So we have to typeset this document you are seeing on your screen. So the first question is typeset this passage using suitable word processing package, and you know that is Microsoft Word. So let's open Microsoft Word. So I'm going to click on start button. To make it easier for me, I can just type WORD, and that is Word. Just come to the search there, just type WORD. So once you type it, Microsoft Word will just appear. Then you wait, you click on it, you wait for it to load. So once it's open, we can start with the question here. So I'm going to drag it here so we can have a clear view of what you are doing. Let me drag it here. So you know that Microsoft Word is a word processing package. So we have to typeset these documents. Start typeset it. So let's typeset it now. Let me just adjust this so that I can go up. So we are going to typeset it now. So that's the heading should be Earth processes and changes. So let's start some Earth processes and changes in the Earth system can be studied on a global scale. So let me just have a clear view of what I'm typing. Other interesting research questions may concern processes that takes place. Keep on typing. When you are done, you now edit because of errors. So I'll be clicking here to have a clear view. The properties of our environment. Stop. The properties of of our environment vary over different spatial scales. So it is essential that we collect data that can be, I want to click here so I can have a clear view, examined, that can be examined as local, regional, and global data sets. Full stop. So changes can take place slowly or very quickly. So we just keep on typing until when we're done, we edit it. So it's important to take measurements around the world on a continuous basis. So can you see that we are done typing documents? So let's go back to the question now. So the question says we should typeset the document using word processing application, which you have done. You can see it here. Let me maximize it. So let's edit it because some error, there's some typographic error here. Can be studied. I think just right click on it. Ignore it. This is consigned. So is it here? Thank you. So you have to go back again. So it's important. Now the question is it's. So let's regional. Check regional command. Oh, there's no command here. Regional. So I have to undo it. So let's continue. So now the next one says we should format the heading of the passage with the following specification: underline. So let's go to the heading, underline. So the line should be dot dash. So click on the arrow beside the underline, look for the one that is dot dash. As long as they are dot dash, you are good. So the next one is alignment should be centralized. This is what we call alignment, center line. So the next thing is the font style should be bold, so we have to bold the heading because they say we should focus on the heading yet. So the next thing, we should convert the passage, that's the body, what you have typed now, to a two column such that the part of the text flows into the second column. So it's a must, and we have to justify each column. So firstly, let me maximize it and highlight. You have to highlight only the body of the content. Then you go to where we write page layout. You see page layout here where they wrote columns, and we have to apply column. So you can see that these columns is not here. So there's a way we do that it must flow. So we can do that by increasing the font size. Since they don't give us specification of font size, we can do it that it must flow. So there's a way we must do it so that it will flow to the other one. Can you see now? Because we are not giving a specific font size, okay, and they now ask us to duplicate it so that it will flow. So that same document has flow. So the next thing we have to do, the next said we have done. We can even increase the heading because they have to format. Say format the heading as long as they did not give us font size specifically. So we are permitted to use any font size as long as it's making sense. So I can increase this font size to my own font size to make it more professional, because we are not giving exact font size in the question. So all we have to do is just to make sure that it is well centralized, it is underlined with a dash, and this document is flow. It has flow. We make it flow to the second column. That's what is important here. So let me just increase it one more time. So that's very important here because that's what they want to see. So assuming we are asked to give specific font size now, we will not evaluate that. So let's go back to the question. So the next thing you have to justify each column. So justify, you highlight this first column, make sure you highlight it and click on this one called justify. Okay, then let's go to the second column and click on justify. Okay, so let's go back to the question now. So we have done that. Now ask us to, okay, let's see. Let's say we should insert a drop cap on the first column. So let's go back to the question. The first column we have, you can just click on insert. You see where the drop cap dropped. So you can see that we have done that. So let's go back to the question. So it asks us to apply watermark and type our full name. So to apply watermark, you go to page layouts. You will see watermark. Because you are asked to type our full name. Once you click on watermark, you wait a bit for it to drop down. You select custom watermark. So once you click on custom watermark, you wait a bit. So we are waiting for the dialog box of watermark to appear. So you select text watermark because you want to type. Where you see this ASAP, you type your full name because they ask us to type. So I'm typing Andrew, Andrew Stanley. Okay, so you can make the watermark to be diagonal or horizontal. Apply it. Okay, you can even change the color to black if you want. Apply, so that it will be very clear. So you can see the watermark there. So let's go back to the question. So the next one says text box below the document. Text box below the document. Okay, text box below the document. Any graph from your computer into your text box. Fortunately, I don't have any graph on my computer, but I can just create a graphics here. So let me just try to create something like a should I create a box, or let me just create a logo. But first they ask us to text boxes. So let me just create a text box. Under insert, you see text box. Then click on text box here. Just draw your text box here around here. So I have to put a design here. So I can just let me just create something, or should I check my clip art? Let me just check my clip art whether I can get a design. So let me just say car and go. Okay, I have a design here. So I can just drag up the design from the clip art. I just drag it out. Okay, so remember that this is an object. You can't move it, so you have to go to format. You see where we write text wrapping in front of this, so it's movable now. So I can adjust it so that it will fit inside the box. Text box. So that's it. So let's go back to the question. Okay, So we say we should apply footer and type our index number. So you can just go to insert footer, focus on footer, and we have to, let's put footer here and index number. Let's assume this is my index number. So you have your index number, you put it here, then you close your footer. So you can see that in less than, I think, maybe 10 minutes, I'm done with second practical because I'm even explaining. So you can also get this done. So let's check the question again. Let's go back to the question. The next thing is we have to save our work in the folder created. That means we have created a folder. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to create a folder. But if you have not created a folder, you can just use the opportunity to create that folder. Just we have to save our folder, our work in the folder we created. But don't panic. If you have not created a folder, you can just go to File menu or Office button, save as. I get it now. So, and if you have created your folder, whether on the desktop, you just go to desktop. You see where they wrote desktop. You look for your folder from the desktop. Any folder you've created, you click on. You look for it. Maybe that's the first thing you created. But if you have not created any folder, you can just click on new folder. You type your folder name because the question says we should use our Waec and index number as our folder name. So you can just type your own folder. If you have not created, you just type Waec. You put your index number as your folder name. Then you open it. Once you open it, that's where you are going to save this micro. All your work will be saved inside that folder. That means you have to create a folder. But if you have not created a folder, you can just use the button to create this folder now. Open this folder and type your, but they ask us to type, let me see the question again. Question says we should, okay, coming. Okay, the question says we should type with our full name and index number. And let me just, full name, and Stanley, and your index number. So you know your index number, just type it and save. So that's all. So you can now print by going to, that's if you have to print, you click on, because you're going to print it out, Office button, then click on print. I will prefer you just click on, let me say you want to print. First you have to confirm whether your document is set. Under print preview, check whether everything is here, because everything that is here will be printed. Then you click on print. Can you see? Check your printer name, then you click on print. So thank you so much for joining this video. I hope this video has helped us a lot. Stay connected for the next video. I remain Stan Guru. God bless you.